So I almost lost my voice already. How's that sound? I'm gonna be talking like right about here for the entirety of the panel. Is that okay with you guys? Because I gotta host a bunch of other panels today and tomorrow. Hi, good morning. Hi, good morning. Hi. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for selling out yet another Schmucko Levi panel. I really appreciate it. The first year I did this, I was like, well, I hope I can sell out just one panel. And now I've been able to sell out 3 panels, and it's because you guys are so fucking awesome. So I love you so much. Thank you so much. Is everybody enjoying their con so far? Is everybody enjoying Nerd HQ so far? Have you guys been able to go to a good many panels, a lot of panels for anybody here? Yeah? People wishing they were going to more panels? Is anybody going to the Walking Dead panel? Some people are like, yes. Some people are like, I wish. Anybody going to Orphan Black later today? Who else we got today? Anybody going to Nathan Fillion today? I hate that guy. It's not true. I really hate that guy. He's awesome. And when Alan Tudyk's having it. Did anybody go to Alan Tudyk today? I really like that guy. Nathan could learn a few things from him. So, okay, well, let's... Oh, hey, we raised another $6,000 for Operation Smile this morning. Because you guys are awesome. Hey, is there any flash photography allowed at the panel? No. Is there any video allowed at the panel? No. Is there fun allowed at the panel? Yeah. Oh, you just need to be here every morning. Is that possible? Yes! Bring the fun! Oh, you might have noticed I've basically worn the same thing for 3 days. You're welcome. So you can identify me in a crowd. Oh, that must be Zach wearing his jeans and gray shirt again. It's a different gray shirt every day, I will add that. So I'm not completely filthy. Same underwear. Anyway, not true. Well, let's do some questions, or, you know, the thing that we do here at Nerd HQ.
Hi.
Hi.
I was wondering, what was your favorite Chuck episode you filmed, and did you get to keep any props?
Yeah. Well, my favorite, I always have a hard time answering this because it's more like moments of different episodes that really could have stood out for me and I really liked. And I'm a little biased and a little partial specifically to Chuck versus the Beard when Morgan first found out the secret about Chuck's life. Not just because I directed it, but because I directed it. No, it was just, one of the hardest things for me as an actor, and also kind of just like, I don't know, just as Zach, like, carrying on the lie to my friends and my family as Chuck, constantly having to be like, no, I was out at an install, when clearly I was not at an install, or whatever. That stuff kind of eats at you. It eats at you in real life when you have to hold secrets and, lie to people that you love. And even as a character, it was very difficult to do that for so long, because that was a long time. I mean, it took, basically 2.5 seasons for Morgan to find out, and then a bit longer for others to find out. So I really enjoyed that. But there's so many moments, what was it, Chuck? Was it Chuck versus the Truth? I should know this better, by the way. I love, like, when you guys ever go to the Supernatural panels that we have, like Jared Padalecki or Justin Eccles, like, those guys know their show so well. I sit over here, and then somebody asks them a question about an episode, and they're like, oh, yeah, in 502, and they get into it. I'm like, I am such a schmuck. I am such a schmuck. But I've slept since then. I don't know. I don't remember these things. Was it Chuck versus the Truth? Was that the name of the episode? The truth is in the tooth. Yes, I remember that. But anyway, whatever the name of the episode was, when I was in that bank vault, and I had the truth or whatever that I was like, I couldn't say anything but the truth, and I was like giggling and I was almost dying or whatever. And I was talking about, I was like, there's something about like ladybugs. Yeah, I was talking about like, where do you get male ladybugs if they're just ladies and ladies? Something so dumb. But it was so much fun. I was like, that's a really fun moment. Glad I brought that up. Props from the show. I kept, I think I got 2 things from the show. I grabbed, not that we use landlines anymore, but we should, just in case. I grabbed the red, old school like phone from the Nerd Herd desk. Yeah, I thought that was kind of nice. I thought that's pretty iconic, and I could actually use that maybe one day when technology goes to shit. And then I also kept, and this is the piece de resistance, whatever that means, but I kept the tobacco Indian that was in Chuck's apartment. Because who doesn't want a tobacco Indian? I just thought it was so cool. And I, for whatever reason, I have like this crazy affinity for tobacco Indians. And I think it's from like all the movies and cartoons and everything that I watched growing up. And, outside of every old-timey barber store, there was always that tobacco Indian standing outside. And I was like, I want one of those. Because, so I kept that. So that sits in a corner in my living room as well. Excellent. What's that? It fell? Oh, and the bell. Oh, that's right. I also kept that. Yeah, the Nerd Herd desk bell, which is like every other bell that you can buy. I could have just bought like 10 of them. Oh, this is the real one. Check this one out. Sign that for you. Thanks for being here with me this morning, by the way. I know it's early. Who's got another question? Oh, right down here. Hi. Wow, 2 Nerd Herd shirts in a row. Check you guys out.
Hi, Zach. My name's Jenny.
Hi, Jenny.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I just wanted to say thank you for doing this panel.
Thank you
one
for
last
being
time.
here. Yeah.
Thank you. And then congratulations on your marriage.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I thought we had a moment last year when we hugged, but apparently not. I'm a little hurt by this, but it's okay.
My wife might be around here somewhere. Ixnay with the oment may.
So I had a question, and answer this truthfully because I do this to you a lot.
Call me out about moments that we had? I don't know. Continue.
Do you Google yourself?
Yeah, I have. I have Googled myself. I think that I don't know. I mean, sometimes it's like when somebody might send me something like, "Did you know this has been written about you or said about you, or there's some like horrible picture of you online?" And the quickest way to get there is just be like, "Zachary Levi, enter." And yeah, so I've done that before. I mean, I think kind of in the beginning of my career, I did that because when I was starting out on Less Than Perfect, and there wasn't a lot of nobody was really writing about the show. I even went on IMDb way back. I don't know if anybody was on IMDb at this point on the Less Than Perfect message boards, but that was me. I was really me. I was really like, yeah, please watch the show. It's great. It's really fun. It's an office comedy, and Sarah Ruth starring. I remember people being like, "You're not the real dude," whoever you are, dude, because I was nobody at that point anyway. So yes, because you do this a lot to me. That's why, because you Googled me a lot. I'm picking up what you're laying down, stalker. Who's next? Right here. Hi.
Hi, Zach. My name is Pua Leilani, and I'm from Alaska.
Welcome.
I'm a music teacher, and I kind of used your first date Twitters and everything as part of my curriculum this year because we were talking about doing musical theater.
Yeah.
And I was wondering, is there ever going to be a DVD of First Date? First question. And the second question is, would you like to come to Alaska and do a workshop with my music theater kids?
No pressure. Unfortunately, there will not be a DVD of First Date. I know. Oh, wow. The way that Broadway, the way that theater works, as I came to find out, is that there's so many union rules and regulations and certain things, and typically the Lincoln Center will do, with most shows, they'll send a camera crew and they'll like properly record a show, but it's only really for posterity, for people to go to the Lincoln Center to go and watch it later on. We did not get that. So you can't even watch it in posterity at Lincoln Center. I did, however, receive a bootleg copy from a fan this weekend. So that'll be interesting to watch. I got to see the show one time when I had called out sick. I was really ill, and I'd never seen the show. I was always on the stage. I was never actually getting to see what it was like. And so I did get to watch it once with my understudy, Eric Ankrum. Eric, how are you? And everybody from the show, I love you guys. Did anybody see First Day, by the way? Oh, nice. So I've gotten to see it, but I'm really interested to see the bootleg copy because I'm in it, and also it's a bootleg copy. So, like popcorn eating in the background. I don't know what's going on in that. So unfortunately, no DVD, and I will think about going to Alaska. I've always wanted to go to Alaska. Seems like a pretty cool place. Go, he says. Go to Alaska. It's the I've always wanted to see bear and moose. That's okay. Great. Sounds like a winning situation. Oh, in your yards. Okay. Here, berry. There's a bear in my... Yeah, kids don't say a dog ate my homework. They say a bear ate my homework. That's good. Who's right up there? Hi.
So I know a lot of us have become familiar with Operation Smile because of you and because of these Nerd HQ panels. And so I was just wondering, how did you become involved with the organization? And then also, how can we do more?
Excellent. I hope you can do more. I would love for everybody to do more. I was doing a charity. I was singing at a charity event and needed a charity of choice. In Hollywood, you are often asked to go do charity events, and what's your charity of choice? I didn't have one, and I really wanted one because everybody I knew was, championing something, whatever it was, dogs or kids or illness. I'm not championing illnesses, champion the defeating illnesses. And I was just thinking about it and praying about it a lot. And I saw roughly 5 billboards and 5 commercials all in 1 week. And I just felt like God was saying, you need to take a look at this. So I did, and was really impacted by them. And just what how powerful just the smile is, and how we take that for granted a lot. And I think, my sister even reminded me the other day. She was like, it's one of those crazy things with the human body. Like, the more you smile, the more it actually helps make you happy. It's like those things in life, even when you're not feeling like a certain way, if you practice that mindset, that will bring you into that, actually feeling that. So it's a trap that we find ourselves in, I think, a lot. It's like, well, I'm not feeling good, but it's like, we'll step out and go. I feel like this is getting very, very out there. But anyway, I think you understand what I'm saying. And so I thought that was powerful. But also, 1 in 10 children can actually die from cleft lips and cleft palates, be it through malnutrition or infections. And so it was powerful. And it's $240 in 1 hour. And that changes a life forever. It's not just money that you're throwing at something. And by the way, there's a lot of nonprofits out there that need a lot of money thrown at them. So please do not. Yes. Oh, sure. Yeah. What's that? Oh, you work for which one? Okay. How long have you been working with them? God bless you. That's fantastic. Yeah. Yeah. Give her a round of applause. Yeah. And then, in order to, in answer to your second question, I would just say, and I've said this before, I just go and get involved. If you want to learn more about Operation Smile, go to operationsmile.org. They can give you all kinds of information about the organization, what they do, how they do it, who's involved. They're a great organization. I've been involved with them for many years and have gone on a trip with them to Honduras with family and with friends. It's incredible. And if you don't get involved with Operation Smile, if you don't feel like that's what you're called to, that's totally fine. But go find something. Like muscular dystrophy. Go find something that you are pulled to, that you do feel drawn to, that is bigger than you in your life, because it will enrich your life. Yeah, so. Where's that Kleenex guy when I need him? Why do I do this to myself? Who's next? Hi.
Hi, Zach.
Hi.
You don't really get asked about Less Than Perfect very often, so I have two quick ones about that.
Yeah. Less Than Perfect is like my Weezer Pinkerton album. Like, anybody get that reference? Thank you. Hi.
Well, they're re-airing it on ABC Sparks right now. The whole thing.
Nice.
So, what is your take and opinion on Kip's transformation over the whole series? And spoiler alert for what I'm about to say. How was it filming the episode when you were in your underwear, lying on the ceramic tabletop, and Sarah Rue poured relish all over your back?
Dreamy. I love that you were giving a spoiler alert for a show we did like 1,000 years ago. Oh. Everybody say hi, Eric. Thanks, Eric. I got great friends. What was? Oh, the first question was the transition that Kip made. Did he make a transition? Really? I don't know. I mean, he kind of did, I guess. Yeah. Oh, he did. He definitely became more of a patsy. Yeah. Once they brought Patrick Warburton onto the show, who I love, by the way, Patrick Warburton. That's a horrible Patrick Warburton impression. Kip was just the eternal punching bag for Patrick's character, which was also could be a lot of fun, because he's so funny and what he does, and so there was definitely there was that kind of transition for sure, and in that episode where I had LASIK surgery, and I couldn't really see anything, and then Sarah Rue and Sherry Shepherd's characters decided to pretend, because I couldn't really see, they were pretending to be it's kind of like girls they left in the building, and then they were going to give me a massage on my kitchen counter. It's so weird. It is so weird. And then they poured relish on my back, and I apparently I couldn't smell that it was relish or feel that it was chunky. Thought it was just massage lotion. What's that? Did I say it was chunky? I did say it was. Oh, well, so I did know it was chunky. Thank you for that reminder. Again, I don't remember much, apparently. Who's next? Hi.
Hi.
Hi, Shannon.
What's up?
What's happening? Nice shirt.
Hey, thanks. You
Hey,
too.
Yeah. Thanks.
So this year you've had all this new stuff happen. You did Broadway, and you had Thor, and you moved to New York, and you got married, and the crowdfunding thing and everything. So is there a lesson, whether it's personally or professionally, that you've learned specifically this year? What would that the biggest lesson, I guess, that you learned? Also, I love you a lot.
I love you too. Thank you for coming all the way out from New York, by the way. By the way, thank you for everyone who's come out from wherever the heck you've come from. I'm sure people have come out from so far, so thank you so much for traveling the distance. Where have you come from? From where? From Brazil. Thank you for coming all the way. Brazil also? Also Brazil? What's that? 2 blocks from here. Very brave, sir. Very brave. Must have been a very turbulent flight. I would say, this year's been pretty intense. I would say the lesson, a lesson that I probably should have learned a long time ago, is don't spread yourself too thin. It takes a toll, and I've got so many things that I always want to do, and I don't know. I guess I always feel like if I don't do it now, that I'm never going to do it, or I might not get to do it, and so I get afraid, and then I make decisions out of fear or something. It's like, and that's always been. Never make decisions out of fear, by the way. Just don't do that in general, and so don't spread myself too thin, and but at the same time, I think that God is always like shaping you, and like, so I think that what he's done in that is I've just had to trust God a lot more, because I just don't have it in me. I don't. I'm even like this weekend, it's like so gnarly, it's so intense, and we had a couple these slots open this morning, and Tage and my sis were like, hey, you want to do another panel? I was like, yeah, let's do it. Because like, yeah, I don't have, but you guys have. Like, I come out here and you guys give so much love. Like, you feed me so much life and love, and like, so I know that even if I get like 3 hours of sleep, I can still wake up and be like, hey, what's going on? Let's do this together, and go raise that much more money and go help that many more people. So that that kind of keeps you going too. So I guess that those things I've learned. Yeah, of course. Yeah, thank you. Who's right here? Hi.
I was wondering if you can do a shout out to someone. He was the one that got me started on Chuck, and then we like binge watch it every.
Listen, Brad Pitt, thank you so much. Your friend is lovely. No, what's your friend's name?
Kyle.
Kyle. Hey, Kyle, I'm Zach. Thank you for, what's your name?
Jen.
Getting Jen hooked on Chuck. I really appreciate that.
And my question is, what TV shows have you binge watched?
What have I binge watched? I binge watched Breaking Bad. Yeah. That was a dark time. It actually really was. It's amazing. Well, hold on. I'll finish that question, or answer that question, and then I'll get to the other thing I was about to say. I'm such a I just tangent. Like, where'd you go, Zach? Come back. I binge watched Breaking Bad. I binge watched House of Cards. Also, yes. I binged I watch Game of Thrones on a regular basis. I know, it's so good, isn't it? What else? Rookie. I actually did. I mini binge watched Rookie Blue flying to Canada multiple times. I would just like watch it in flight. I was like, oh, what's that all about? She's really hot. What else? What was that? You know what? I still haven't watched Orange Is the New Black. I've heard so many great things about it. Yeah, I'll have to do that. And I'm gonna try and binge watch Derek. It's still the funniest thing to me when you mention a name of a person or a show. It could be one person. They're like, yep, I agree. So I'm gonna try and do that. And then the other thing I was gonna say was, actually two things. One, I think you got to be very careful about binge watching for a myriad of reasons. One, you could lose your life. It's locked away in a room somewhere, like you do, like I did. So that's not good. No, watching, because Breaking Bad was like, and even House of Cards, like that's like some heavy stuff. And we're human beings, and I think I don't know. Sometimes I forget that I'm like I don't know, like a human being that has like sensitivities. Even though I come here and I cry like a baby, but it impacts your psyche. Like, it really can screw you up. You know what I mean? If you take in that much of anything at any time. So that's something I learned. But the other thing I learned, and I think this is, I don't know if anybody else has experienced this, but I think there's something that's really amazing about being able to watch a series. Has anybody binge watched Chuck? Did anybody? Yeah. Awesome. But to this point, so I'm glad that you did. I'm glad that you watched the show. But I'm gonna say I think there's actually something that those of you who binge watched don't get or didn't get as opposed to the people who watched it when it aired every week. And it's the same thing that I lost watching Breaking Bad or House of Cards or anything else that we might binge watch, which is television being a weekly event. What it allows you to do is actually invest in the storylines and the characters and the craft of what the show is every week in a way where you go and talk to people throughout the week and go, oh my God, did you see that last episode? Like when Game of Thrones, like, you know, I watch every week and and me and my friends and family will talk about that last episode of Game of Thrones and you cannot wait for the next episode. There's an anticipation that's built up. And therefore, when the show ends, you actually feel that much more connected and that much more loss, I guess, you know? And also, each episode, they're all very specific, and they're directed by different directors and written by different writers, and the actors put, you know, very specific things into them. So when you binge watch a show, it all kind of bleeds in. It's all like, oh, that's all like that one lump thing that you did, which can be great for time purposes, I guess, but you don't get to kind of have that extra bit of appreciation. Does that make any sense? I don't know if that makes any sense. Everyone's like, yeah, I guess, kind of, really. So that was just something I noticed, you know, when I binge watched Breaking Bad and House of Cards. I really wish that I would have been along for the ride from the beginning. And I'm jealous of people. Did anybody watch Breaking Bad like episode to episode, week to week? No, nobody. Like 3 people. Everyone was like, "Yeah, we binged it, buddy. Sorry," and we were fine with it. So if that answers your question, yeah, you're welcome. Yeah, it's right over here. Hi.
My name is Megan, and I want to say that I love you, and I love what you believe in and what you stand for.
Thank you.
And my sister and my roommate Janelle, who are in Arizona right now, wanted to tell you the same thing.
You know them, or you know Arizona?
So it's 2 things. So I made a custom pair of Converse because 1, I love Chuck, and 2, I love Loki. So I was wondering if I donated like $20 if you could sign one.
Yeah, I could do that for you. Yeah, yeah. We'll just work that out at the end of the panel. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's totally fine.
Fantastic.
And so this is kind of a silly question, but me, my sister, and my roommate are really obsessed with How to Train Your Dragon 2 since it came out. And if you were a Viking, what would your name be?
I don't know. Something that you'd find at IKEA, I think. Like the name of a futon or something. Isvenverden, or I don't know. But can you even pronounce half the names at IKEA? I can't do it. I love their stuff, by the way. I really do. It's very nice. As if they're going to be a sponsor next year or something. Like we really love your futons. And your meatballs, they're great in your cafeteria. Is anybody actually eating at the cafeterias at IKEA? I've done it. You get that like little berry sauce with the meatballs. What is that about? I've never had like fruit sauce with meatballs. Moving on. I have no idea what my what my Viking name would be. I just hope that I would get like a cool dragon. You know what I mean? Like if I actually got a dragon, because like a couple of the dragons, you know, all the dragons in How to Train Your Dragon, they all kind of match up with like, you know, and like there's like the schlubby guy who's got like the schlubby dragon. And I could only imagine that I would get the dragon that was like just a little awkward and lanky. And I'm like, I get it. It would cry. The weeping dragon. He'd go to like blow fire and he's like, I'm really trying. Just love everybody. That kind of answered your question, but Sven. How's that? Sven. Who's next? Yes. Who's got the mic? You. Yes. Stand up. Please stand up.
Hi, good morning. My
Hi.
name is June.
Hi, June.
Hi. So we went to the Mars Curiosity panel last year.
Oh, yeah.
And from that, we learned that you were on Broadway. And so my husband and I flew to New York and saw you on Broadway.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate that.
Amazing.
Thank you.
My camera's falling. Anyway, so my question is, can you share a story about your experience on Broadway? What was it like? And do you have any plans to do anything on Broadway in the future?
Yeah, I would love to do more Broadway in the future. I think it's, as an actor, being on a stage. I grew up doing a lot of theater, and I have a lot of love for it, and I think it's also kind of where you learn so much about what it is to be an actor, because you don't have the safety net of takes and all that stuff. Like, it's happening while it's happening, so you if you screw up, you just got to keep going and stay present and be with your scene partners and stuff. And it's very rewarding. Doing First Date was maybe the most challenging, scary, rewarding acting experience that I've ever had. 8 shows a week for 6 months in a row it's super crazy and intense. And who did I hear? I heard an actress actually talk about this once. Diane Keaton, I think. She was doing an interview and she was talking about Broadway, and she said, every morning you wake up and as soon as your eyes open, you go, oh yeah, I got to get there. I got to get there tonight. And that's literally what it is. You know that, no matter what your day is, no matter what you're doing, go get your Starbucks, hang out, go see your friends, da-da-da. Once curtain happens, you got to be there, and you got to be there with those people and be present with those people and give everything that you have. And it's gnarly. It's like really, it's a spiritual experience, especially when you have like a full house of people and with a comedy and there's a cadence to it and your give and take. And it was amazing. But there was a couple months in there, like July and August were spectacular. We had full houses and a lot of summer tourism and a lot of people were coming through. And then we hit Labor Day and everyone went back to school and back to work, and we had some kind of half houses, and that's still like 500 people, which you would think, that's still a lot of people to laugh and be with you. But the way crowds work, like if you feel like you're in a half a house in an audience, you know how you don't necessarily laugh as loud or as often because you're like, well, I don't want to be pointed out as like the loud one. So people would just kind of not really laugh so much. And then I'm sitting there going, is this even funny anymore? Like, I don't even know. I would start second guessing everything, and Krista and the rest of the cast who had all done Broadway, they're like, simmer down, it's all right, you're all right, you're all right. And they really helped me through those couple of months. And then we kind of got back into the holidays and, people started coming back. But it's really hard. You're just putting yourself out there and hoping that you don't completely fail. And but for those of you who came and saw the show, thank you so much for coming to the show. I hope you enjoyed it. Yeah. And for those of you who didn't see it, we'll just wait for the DVD. that I'll bootleg and send out somewhere. Yes. Right. Hi.
Hi, my name is...
Oh, that's a Matt Smith on your chest there.
My name is Nadia. Ooh, this is weird.
Hi, Nadia.
Hi. Oh, so this is my first question at a panel, of course.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations.
Yeah.
I'm glad I got to be here.
My first question is, how often do you wear Chucks?
I mean, pretty often. They were my favorite shoe before the show, and they continue to be my favorite shoe after the show. When I got the show, I talked to the wardrobe department. I was like, so we're gonna put him in some Chuck Taylor. Oh yeah, we're all over it. We're all over it. So I was like, fantastic. I love them. I have like supremely flat feet. So woo, flat feet, Alaska. So like I don't know, people who have like healthy arches in their feet, like they have a hard time wearing Chucks because they don't get the arch support. I have no arches to begin with, so it doesn't bother me so much. So I quite like them. And they feel like they're like light and nimble, like my little ninja slippers. You know what I mean? So I like them.
My last question is, will there be a Game of Thrones panel next year?
I would love for there to be a Game of Thrones panel. We had a Richard Madden panel last year. Did anybody come to that one? Yeah, that, by the way, Matt busted into in the middle of. It was so epic. It was so much fun. Him and Jenna both. I would love to have a Game of Thrones panel. We've tried. By the way, just in case you guys are wondering or ever like, why don't you have this panel or can you do that panel? We try to do every panel you could possibly think of. We've been trying to do a Walking Dead panel for years, and we're so happy to have them this year. So for anybody who's come to the Walking Dead panel, we're excited to finally be able to bring that to you guys. I would love to do a Game of Thrones panel. Those guys are so busy. This weekend is so crazy. Everyone's getting pulled every which way. And so we just got to always trust and have grace that, they're doing their very best. When they get the opportunity, they'll be here. And when they are here, we'll let you know. And when we let you know, be very quick on the keyboard because I have a feeling those might go pretty fast. Who's got a mic? Yes, you, sir. Hi.
Hey, good morning, Zach.
Good morning.
My name is Fred.
Hey, Fred.
As someone who was born with a cleft palate, I wanted to thank you in person and Dave for what you're doing through Nerd HQ to support Operation Smile. Growing up, I always had those awkward conversations about what is that scar on your lip? And then you have those pregnant pauses. And with Nerd HQ, it makes for a really easy conversation. People aren't so awkward and uncomfortable asking. And they come up and say, oh, now I get it, Fred. Very cool. Yeah, so thank you again.
My pleasure. Thanks, man. I know. We're all human, aren't we? Right? I'm fine. I'm okay. But it's you know what though? But Fred, thank you for sharing. Thank you so much. Thank you for it's you bring a voice and a face to that in a very real way for all of us to be able to share right now with you. So thank you for standing up and sharing that. Really appreciate that. Absolutely. We'll do. I get time for one. I think one more. Do I have time for more than one? One. I'm getting the one-ish. One-ish. Yeah, we got a little bit of time. Yeah. Who's got the right there? Yes. Go ahead and stand up. Hi.
Is this on? Okay.
That is on.
Hi, Zach. I'm
Hi.
Lindsay. I was just wondering what your favorite part of, of Nerd HQ was, and everything is not an acceptable answer.
Well, then I'm out of answers. I don't know what to. I think this. It's funny. It's like a lot of what HQ is kind of it's kind of selfish. Honestly, it's like I don't know, or to the like I know what I like to do, and I think with any business or with any passion, or we kind of go like, what do you feel compelled to do? What do you enjoy doing? And then you try and put that out there, and you hope that I think other people will like this. Like when I started the Nerd Machine, I was like, I really like. I want to make a shirt that just says nerd on it because I like it, and I hope that other people like it. And then other people liked it. I was like, all right, it's cool or nice. That was good. And then with Nerd HQ, I like this. I like being able to talk to you guys. I like being able to kind of, break down certain barriers and walls and let you guys be seen and heard and acknowledged and know that you guys, I've said this before, but look, we have producers on shows. Yeah, they produce our shows. They help us make our shows. You are the producers. You guys make our shows. You make our movies. If you don't watch our television shows or go buy tickets to our movies, we don't make them anymore. We don't have jobs anymore. You guys are the lifeblood of what entertainment is. So the more I can just have an opportunity to sit down and say, thank you, the more I feel better about what we do, So I really enjoy that. Selfishly, I really enjoy that. And I feel like I've found other people like in the Nathans and the Seths and the Allens and, and really everybody, every panelist, even panelists that didn't know what this was before this year, who walk away going, I'm really glad I got an opportunity to just have this time with these people, So this is probably my favorite part of HQ. And dance parties. I like dancing my butt off. And I don't know. I mean, look, I guess really ultimately my favorite part of HQ is anytime I see any of you guys at any point and you say that you enjoyed yourself, that you had a good time, giving out free high fives, that seeing people smiling and touched and moved and cared for and thought of and acknowledged, I think that's what I enjoy the most about HQ. Yeah. And I wish I had funnier answers, by the way. I feel like I'm getting like super deep into this stuff. It's like just channel Nathan. Or just go back to the oldies. Alaska! Okay, I'll do one. I can do one more. Who's got the microphone? Oh, you do. I'm so sorry. They have the conch. Yes, hi.
Hi, my name is Laura. I'm from Spain.
Oh, wow, Spain.
We came here to see you, to the Night Rescue. But my friend, she didn't get tickets. She's outside watching a stream. So
okay.
Yes, I wish if you could say something to her.
Yeah, what's her name?
Igone.
I'm sorry?
Igone.
Ilone?
Igone.
Yvonne?
Igone.
Hi, friend. Ilone?
Igone.
Irone?
Go.
Hi, friend.
That's it.
That clearly knows I'm speaking to you. I wish you were inside the panel. I'm glad that you're at least watching the stream.
Yeah.
Just outside of the panel. And you have a very nice friend who pronounces your name very, very well. I'm just partly deaf and don't speak Spanish very well. So, hi. Does that work?
Yeah, thank
okay,
you.
absolutely.
Yeah. And one question.
Yes.
What is your favorite book? I mean, you have a book that changed your life in some ways.
As someone who is illiterate, it's very difficult to. I'm not. I never learned how to read. I can say picture books. One fish, two fish, red fish, blue fish. I'll go with that one. I don't know. Yeah, you know what? Actually, kind of on that same vein, The Giving Tree. I think The Giving Tree is a really, really beautiful book that everyone should read, whether you're a kid or an adult, and has incredibly powerful messaging in it and teaches you really deep things that I'm not going to get into right now because I'm trying to channel Nathan Fillion. So on that note, this is the end of the panel. Thank you guys so much for coming this morning. I appreciate you beyond words. I hope you guys continue to enjoy yourselves at Nerd HQ this weekend. I love you and God bless you and goodbye. Bye. That was locked out.
All right, guys, stay in your seats. We're going to start with the two wings. Go ahead and stand up and file out the back and out the door, down the stairs. And then rows 9 of 10 on my side. Go ahead and stand up and also filter out. You guys go the other direction.